Hello, everyone. Welcome to the after-market analysis session as usual. This is an after-market analysis session where we look at the market after the closing of Nifty and Bank Nifty to see what happened today, where the buyers were interested and where the sellers were interested, and where we saw large orders. Basically, to read the footprint well, we try here. So if you are new, want to learn order flow or want to learn how to use GoCharting well, you can join this live session every day. The link to this live session is uploaded before 5 p.m. in the GoCharting, Telegram, and Discord community. Okay, we have started YouTube channels in GoCharting that are available in every international language. Whether you are a fan in Arabic, Hindi, or even in English, the recording of this live session possibly will be available to you in every language on every different language channel of GoCharting. Okay, so the links to all those channels are given in the description. So you can also join those channels and join the GoCharting community as well. Now, today, let's see what happened earlier in Nifty. So, before that, let's take a look at yesterday's confirmation of the volume profiles to see how things were. Yesterday's volume profile was quite simple. There was a pattern in the shape of a V and somewhere a D shape as well. If we look at just this part, it was a D shape. Okay, so basically this part was indicating that there was more buying and selling in this section and a substantial volume profile created, a range. So we marked the value area high, which was also noted yesterday, and we marked yesterday's low, which was the value area low as well. Today, the Nifty remained within these ranges throughout the day, within yesterday's zones, so there's not much benefit in discussing other things. Okay, so now we see that we looked at the volume profile to see where the action was, these two levels, and throughout the day, the Nifty stayed between these two levels. Now we look at the order flow to see what confirmations we got above these levels on the order flow and what confirmations, etc., we observed. In the footprint, where did the buyers enter and where did the sellers enter? After these levels, we will basically try to get confirmation of the order flow at these levels. Okay. The tick size for Nifty is 180. Okay. And for Bank Nifty, it remains automatic. So before going to read the footprint, before reading the footprint properly, we should know what delta is, because with the help of delta, we will use the footprint here. Now, what is delta? What is delta? Delta is a simple tool that tells us the difference between buyers and sellers, tells us delta. Now, how does it tell the difference between buyers and sellers? For example, this is a footprint. And on the right side of its multiply, there are buyers. On the left side, there are sellers. So basically, what does delta do? It will add all the sellers, noting that sellers are also marked as negative, and it will add all the buyers. The buyers are marked as positive. Whichever value is higher will be the delta. Suppose the buyer's value is higher. Here, we are showing the positive. Okay, and the seller's value is minus 50. So here the delta will be positive 50, which will tell us that there are 50 more buyers inside this candle. And if the delta of any is negative, then sorry, there are more sellers. So for example, if there are minus 100 sellers and plus 50 buyers, that means the delta of this candle is minus 50, which tells us that there are 50 more sellers inside this particular candle. Compared to buyers, this gives us delta confirmation. Now the delta of each candle is shown below here. If you want to add delta, go to the F1 study and search for bar statistics. Click on it and the delta will be plotted here in front of you. Okay, so now positive means it is inside the green box and there is no negative sign. So that means there is a positive delta and more buyers within that particular candle. Positive delta indicates buyers. And as soon as you see the next candle with a negative symbol in front of the value and in a red box, that means there are more sellers within this candle compared to buyers today. Okay, we have understood what buyer delta is, where there are more buyers and where there are more sellers. Sorry, so now we will read the delta of each candle, but we will read the delta of those candles more whose value is basically above 30 back creases, whether the delta is on the negative side or the positive side. The value should be above 30, like this candle has a delta of 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 24,000, 22,000 delta. These are small players. Now look at this, around 100,000, around 30,000. It has gone above this, right? So this means that there have been quite large transactions within these candles. Sorry, there have been quite large transactions on the buyer side within these candles. And on the selling side, there have been quite large transactions within these candles. And these are the candles that seem to have the potential to give the market a trend up move. The rest of these candles have only 500 to 2,000. Within these candles, there has been very little buying or selling. Okay, so basically we will track and read any delta above 30 around us, whether it is on the positive side or the negative side. Now, nothing much happened within the first candle. Today, there was only an 825 delta here, which means you add 3 zeros to it. Okay, that will be its real value. In the second candle, a significantly large delta K was observed on the positive side. This candle's delta indicated that there are more buyers, specifically 118,000 more. It informed us, okay. So the delta showed that within this candle, buyers are more. So which side are the buyers on? Buyers are on the right side, sellers on the left side. So who is more? Buyers. So what will we do? We will read the buyer's side and identify the particular point where the largest buying activity occurred. Okay, we went through the buyer's side once and clearly saw that this is the particular place where the largest buying happened. 113,000 in quantity, 113,000 quantity was bought. 31,000 buying occurred and 21,000, meaning in this small area, a significant amount of buying happened, which is why the delta informed us that within this candle, buyers are more. Okay, now what to do? We marked the bias zone, marked it, and what confirmation did the next candle give? If we look at the data in the next candle, there was also a significant selling activity. Okay, so within this candle, who is more? Sellers are more, and this is the particular place where sellers are the most. Okay, so we saw buyers in one place and sellers in another. Now, what to do? After the buying activity, did the price go up or down? Here, these candles confirmed, this candle confirmed, and in this candle, that buying activity happened and the price went up. So what to do with this selling activity? This selling activity happened, but after this selling activity, the price did not go down. So that means this selling has been absorbed here. Aggressive buyers entered, selling was absorbed, and after that, there is nothing on the selling side, and the price held easily. A pullback occurred in the same zone, and after the pullback, now the movement is exactly not up to yesterday's VPOC zone, but still gave a pretty good movement after this buying activity. Let's see what happened next. Another candle appeared with a delta above 30. Now what is more within this candle? Sellers are more. Okay, so the market took a rejection, right? With whom? With sellers. The main focus is this. Why this focus? Because the largest buying activity happened here and just as much selling was absorbed. Selling absorption means that this is the same area where aggressive buyers entered, and this is the area where limit buyers are more robust, okay? There was selling, but still, the support didn't break, okay? After that, there was no volume anywhere. The entire market's volume was dry today. But again, it touched exactly the same support zone, touched it. We also saw selling of 16K but what happened in the very next candle? It took rejection from here and all the selling stopped here. Again, exactly the same zone held once more. And again, we saw movement up to today's high. So basically, if we look at today's complete analysis of Nifty, there were basically only 3 to 4 candles in which we saw a significant volume in Nifty. The second candle, the third candle, both candles confirmed the bullish scenario. There was a pullback momentum on the upside. Okay. There was a rejection candle with some selling, but again, there was a pullback. It held. Again, momentum on the upside. Buyers entered here. Limit sellers and limit buyers are more powerful in their pullback. The upside momentum held. Again, the upside momentum had a small confirmation for us, which was that there was a rejection with selling from here. So in a way, this high was also decided because still there was one bang, and after that, neither buying side came nor selling. So this was a brief yet comprehensive analysis of Nifty. Now let's look at Bank Nifty for today. The tick size for Bank Nifty is auto here, providing a detailed overview. Okay. So what happened in Bank Nifty? As you can clearly observe in the market, the first candle had a positive delta of a number of candles, a significant selling volume, which was quite significant. And this was the particular place where selling occurred. Okay. A considerable volume was observed. Inside this candle, selling occurred, right? But did the next few candles who close below this candle or not? So after this selling, selling was initiated. Now, after this selling, did the market go below this or not? Where did it go? This determined the direction. So that means this selling was absorbed here. And a good confirmation was that buyers were also seen in the next candle. And this selling was absorbed again. Look at this. See how much its delta is? Around 12,000. The delta of the next candle was around 18,000, meaning selling happened, it was absorbed. And then aggressive buyers entered here significantly. This was the place for buyers. And again, in the next candle, buying was initiated. Similarly, in Bank Nifty, just like in Nifty, there were only 2 to 3 candles. Mainly the initial few candles, where significant selling or buying was observed. And this also meant in Bank Nifty as well. Buying and selling were initiated within the initial starting candles, which also explained the entire scenario of bullishness in Nifty. In the first candle, the aggressive buyer's center absorbed the selling. Here, initially the selling was absorbed and then the aggressive buyer center. So this also, it created a complete bullish scenario. Again, there was a pullback from here. Some selling occurred, but the next candles confirmed it. Again, there was a pullback. And then an upside move similar to Nifty, a pullback occurred. And then an upside move. So in Bank Nifty as well, it started with the same initial move. There were 45 candles in it, which had quite a significant volume. After that, within the same zone, pullbacks occurred out and movements continued on the upside. So this was the Bank Nifty video, one kick analysis. If anyone has any doubts regarding this, we also create doubt sessions here. For example, after the live session ends, there is a half-hour question session. So if you have any doubts, you can join live and ask those questions.